Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be taking a look at the itaste VTR. These new boxes that itaste is sending all of the nice stuff out in. So it comes with the tank, the iClear 30S already mounted on it. And then it's got this adapter piece up here, which I'll show you in just a second how that works. And of course this had the instruction book and everything in it, but I've been vaping on this for about a week. And it doesn't come with juice already filled, so obviously I've been using this. But I wanted to get a chance to actually vape on it for a few days before I got my impressions of it. So this is its standard setup, where the tank is actually attached within the body of the unit itself. Now I'll show you guys, you don't have to just vape off the big tanks like this. You can actually use the smaller tanks like the eBods or the Pro Tank 2 Mini, which I'm going to show you guys right now. And you do that by simply using this attachment piece here that it comes with. So you stick that in, and now you can either attach pieces to this with this top on, or, which I kind of prefer, is you take it off and then you can take something like this Pro Tank 2 Mini. Now you've got more of a MVP style where the tank actually sticks up on top of it. Oh yeah, click the button 3 times to turn it on. Man, this Pro Tank 2 Mini vape's awesome on just about anything. So that's how you can use those types of tanks and things on it. And then you can actually also drip off of this thing, no problem. So if you're into dripping, which I like to do a lot, you can do it right like that. So this does have the capability to fit pretty much any equipment that's 510. But man, this thing is all stainless steel. Solid as a rock. Heavy as one too. You really feel like you're vaping out of a block of steel when you use this thing. That's how solid it feels, and that's how heavy it feels too. But it does vape like a beast, and unlike the MVP version 2 and the itaste 134 that I have reviewed recently, this one actually has a full voltage range. From being able to vape up to 15 watts is nice, and this thing does vape like a beast. I'll go ahead and take a hit off of this and demo, and then I'll show you guys how the operations work. Really nice. So as you can see, it's a compact design. The tank goes right into the unit itself. To check the ohms, everything can be read on this screen, which is almost a mirror finish. You almost don't believe you're going to actually have a screen on there. But I can check the ohms with one push. Now if I push it and hold it, it'll stay on the ohm reading. If I push it and let go, it's going to give me the ohm reading, and then it'll switch to how many watts I'm on right now, because I'm on watts. Now while it's still displaying that, if I pushed it again, I can switch from watts to volts. Now to adjust the wattage, you simply wait for it to show the watts like that, and then you can adjust up or down with turning this little dial here. And then you have the power button. And that's really about it. You can control all of the functions of this unit with just those 3 buttons, so I do like that too. No counter on this, which is good. I'm hoping they're going to give that up pretty much altogether. Alright, well let's vape this on a little bit of a range, and then I'll go ahead and switch the tanks out. Now this is the new iClear 30S, which is a bomb tank. I haven't used it for a long time. I only got it with this VTR, and so I've used it maybe a few days, but I've been really impressed. It's not a cardi tank. It does have holes in it like a cardi tank, but it's actually full of like wicks in there. I haven't been able to exactly figure out what's going on inside of the tank, but I'll do a full review for this iClear 30S, but I think it's one of the best tanks I've used. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this on a couple different wattage ranges and let you guys check out the vapor. So let's try it on 10 watts first. Yeah, good cooler, thicker vapor. So I'm going to go from 10.5 up to 13.5 and see if we can see a distinct difference there. Yeah, I could definitely feel a difference on that. Much lighter, hotter. Let's give it one shot on 15. See how it's going to vape on its highest setting. And then I'll try it out on a couple different tanks. Damn. Wow. That was barely about a 1.5 drag to get all that vapor off of there. Almost too much. Too heavy. Let's switch out the tank and we're going to try the Pro Tank 2 on here. Now another feature on here which is kind of interesting, there's this little base that spins, and once you've screwed this down all the way, you can't get it any tighter. The whole thing just spins, and I think this is to keep people from tightening down their tanks too hard on there. So that's probably a nice little foolproof feature that will help with people who tend to do that. Alright, so I'm going to just stick the Pro Tank 2 right in here. So this thing goes in no problem, and now you have an even smaller mouthpiece off the top, so you're really not dealing with very much space. Yeah, this Pro Tank 2 vape's hella nice on here. This will give me a little something more to grab on top, so I just switched out the drip tip on my Pro Tank 2. Really nice. This thing just about vapes any tank, like just fucking to its maximum. So basically any full-size tank that's 510 threaded can go on here. Your Vivinova, Pro Tanks, iClears, iClear 30, iClear 30S, any of that stuff. Oh, and then the last thing to show you guys is this can't actually be used as a pass-through. I know it looks a lot like the MVPs, but you don't charge right off of this unit. Underneath it here, there's your battery. And it requires 18650 IMR high drain batteries. I always get my batteries and that type of equipment from ProVape. That's the company that makes the ProVary, so you know they always use the top of the line stuff. And so these red IMR batteries are really like the safest or high drain. And so anyways, that's the type of battery you're going to want to use in this. And there you go. Then to turn the unit on, you got to click the power button 3 times. And then it says on. And then this power button is going to show green, and then it'll turn yellow and red as the voltage wears down on the batteries. Wow, but as you can see, just a ton of vapor, man. Almost too much vapor for me at this time of the morning. But this is the itaste VTR. Alright guys, well anyways, that is the itaste VTR. I'll try to put a link under the video where you can check one out for yourself if you want to go take a look at it. Really sweet, very nice. I love the design with the tank right into the box mod itself. I love the look of it. Downside, it is very, very heavy. The heaviest mod I've ever tried. Alright guys, that's it for me today. I will come back. I've done a lot of new mods recently in the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to try and do some of my comparison videos. I'll compare this with the itaste 134, and then I'll do an MVP V2 versus the original, and also compare the EVIC to a couple of them. Oh yeah, whew. That fucking vapor sinks. It's so dense. Wow.